start with the first question myself. I want to know from the two RPOs, the only 2 times that I needed a passport, I used my influence as a journalist, and I did meet the RPO, and I know that you all were so horribly busy. Nobody had time even to lift their head. There were 20 people buzzing around with problems. Has all this automation made your life easier at all? Or do you still have a bunch of 30 people waiting in your room at any point of time wanting special favors?
हम बोलते हैं ना कि भाई घोड़े को हम तालाब तक तो ला सकते हैं, पानी तो उसको पीना है. So we have automated the system, we have brought, simplified the things. But so many times I hear at the Passport Seva Kendras, the people don't bring the documents. Those who bring everything, those who are well prepared, they just breeze through. And those who don't, they queue at my office. Before or after, the same, meaning that way. See, we used to have 40% of incomplete applications before. That has reduced because people, they generally even, they are taking precautions that their whatever documents required, they will bring them. So if you have all the documents as listed in website and you very nicely read through everything what is required for fresh or a reissue, because everything is written over there. If you bring all the originals and all the copies, then your experience is real pleasure. There's no need for influence. I'm sure you came through government, or did you came through corporate? I don't know. Okay. So see, there's absolutely no need for any influence if everything is, as far as paperwork is concerned, it's complete. Because the Kal passports, or if a reissue passports, they are printed immediately because the decision is taken in front of you there. So if everything is clear, then it should be ready for you. That's what I can say.
Yes, it's true. With my experience, I can say that people, they don't bring the required documents, and those who have complete documents are attended to immediately, and their passports are also prepared and dispatched within no time. But where the documents are incomplete, they have to complete the documentation. For that, they are advised to visit the back office with all documents, or for any relaxation if required. So that is why if the documents are complete, it's a really good, and the people get the passports immediately.
Just one more question. I read in the papers that after 2015, passports that can't be machine read will not be eligible for visas. Would you explain what that means and who is going to get affected by it?
See, actually, before we used to have handwritten passports, and way back in 1995, I think, we issued that time 20 years passport, and they were all handwritten. And some of those which were issued way back maybe from 2001 to 2005 also, many places where they were handwritten. So now the machine readable passports were introduced under NIC system, and of course with TCS everything is automated for us. So and that is why the machine readable passports are there. But see, the international standards, they don't accept if they are handwritten. So we are ready to give, meaning the handwritten is no longer, it's obsolete technology anyway. So if it's written on the machine, it's printed that way, then for you the visa won't be a problem. So by 2015 there are regulations by the international ICAO, there is an organization. They have also given that if they are machine readable, then only no problem for visas, and you will move throughout the globe very easily.
I want to share with you 2 interesting anecdotes. The first was a very influential person in Delhi, and I'm based in Delhi. He calls me up one day morning and says, I have got my tickets for the visit to Bangkok for the whole family, and I now discover that my son doesn't have a passport. Can you get me a passport tomorrow? So the second instance is from a civil servant who says, the system in the past was much better. I would pay 5,000 rupees to the travel agent and he would do all the running around and come back to me and I would have my passport in my office. So I think both these instances tell us that we need to change our DNA of the mindset. I mean, when you're making a ticket for Bangkok and you are a person who's educated, you should know that, you cannot be going there, the family, without a passport. And you cannot expect the passport to be given in a day because, you are suddenly discovering that your son doesn't have a passport. And the second is the old mindset in India that, pay money and get anything done. We have to, I think, get out of our own mindsets to be able to, as Swati correctly said, anybody who is adhering to all the provisions which are simple of the passport application process goes through like a breeze. It is only those who have deficient documentation and who are sometimes, more often than not, extremely educated class of our society make the biggest noise because they just don't care that they have to adhere to a certain groove of a process. So we must start respecting order and process to be able to get things done in the country. And this is a program which demonstrates that if you have adherence to the rules, you will be dealt with promptly and the wow factor will come.
Hello, madam, you said you'll work 8 hours. You all can work in 4 shifts, 7 to 11, 11 to 3, 3 to 7, 7 to 11. Second, have Seva Kendras in police stations using ACPs, DCPs since you're having your post at BKC or Worli. Third, have camps and melas in schools and colleges, use young people. And for forms, you all can have form scanning. If the people cannot use the internet, you can write on the form and they can scan it and send it to you all. These are the simple procedures to use. Thank you.
And since Mr. Sharma has a staff shortage, we'll work with Thane also, right? Next question.
No, I think I want to respond to the extremely good suggestions. I have been talking to the Joint Secretary and the Chief Passport Officer in Delhi that colleges and universities must make it a mandate that every student who comes there must have a passport. Because today in India, the passport is the most robust identity document in the country. You have heard of the Aadhaar cards and the anecdotes around that. The least we talk about the voter ID card and its authenticity, the better. But the passport as a means of identity and proof of address, there are 2 attributes to the passport. 3 actually. 1, you are a citizen of the country. B, you are who you are. And C, your address verification is sacrosanct from the passport. So your suggestion is a very good one. We must have camps in university, college, institution areas and large office complexes so that it can reach there. And I have my colleague here, please stand up and identify yourself, Rajesh Dogra. He heads our operations for the passports for the country. He is the man who is keeping the 77 offices and 3,500 people, all vigilant, motivated to be able to deliver to a service level to the MEA. And we have Chandrakant here, who is the cluster head of Maharashtra and Goa, who's living it every day in Bombay, in all the 3 centers, and Goa and Nagpur, etc. So it's a very good suggestion. I welcome that, and I am continuously propagating that to the Chief Passport Officer. Let us reach these melas and camps not to district magistrate offices where nobody even knows where the district magistrate office is, but let us reach the universities, colleges, bus terminals where people actually go. So it's a very good and a welcome suggestion.
Madam, with all the your technology and all, I have come with the problem here. I applied for my passport in 2011, and in the online application, there were so many difficulties. I could not do it. Fortunately, physical application was available, and in physical application, I have clearly written that my birthplace, Karwar, Uttara Kannada district, and Karnataka state. And when my passport was printed, Karwar in Uttarakhand they have put it. And therefore, and from then I am fighting for this correction. And whenever I go to your office, that there is no accessibility. And even on online, whatever that I have put forward, that is not, it is not possible to get the redressal. Karwar is put up in Uttarakhand here. Now here, earlier, this is my 3rd passport in my life. I never intend to go abroad, but as sir has rightly said, that is the sure identity that I am Indian citizen. That if somebody asks me that prove that Indian citizen, I will just flash my passport. That is good enough. So that in this, in my first passport which I had in 1979, then 89, and now this third passport. Other two passport that when I was having that time, there used to be passport adalat even till 2002 or 2004. That passport adalat was going on, and passport adalat where we can give the our redressal which is pending for 30 days or more, and it was an effective way. Both of you talked, but nobody talked about the passport adalat system to redress the grievances of the passport applicants. And just please this one, and where I should give this application.
See, if you are in Mumbai jurisdiction, then of course me. And if in Thane, then Mumbai. Then you have to give it to me only. The second thing, you see, Passport Adalat is very much in vogue. We do it from time to time. I don't know why from 2004 you haven't got information, but our office must have done it. And we intend to do it again. But see, the passport officer is available from 10 to 12:30 daily except Wednesday. So anytime you come in my office, at back office at Worli, the 200 people, those who are coming are not the ones who have either fulfilled the things or they do have some lacuna, so they come there and we solve those. So you are always welcome. And if that your state is wrong there, right? So if it has been done 1989 or it has been yeah, but then whether it was continued from the passport which you took in 2011 only. Okay. So we will have to see your physical file, which documents you gave and all that. So only this is done. Let us see where the mistake is, whether it's a mistake from our side, then we to rectify it immediately. And we generally give gratis service in those things. So if it's mistake on our part, then please do approach us and I will see what exactly the papers are saying to us, what documents were given. It shouldn't be a problem.
I have 3 questions for RPO Thane, TD Sharma. The first thing is what is the requirement for the single parent to get issued his son's passport? So that was a query no one was answering, and my consultant said that you need to have a decree. But we have a conciliation and arbitration board which issued award, and based on that award that should be, but it was not accepted when I was asked to remove my wife's name in my passport. But later when I asked, they had issued me a gazette copy which says that it is not applicable to the Muslim. So can I come with that gazette copy and my son's passport will be issued?
Talaqnama, that is acceptable.
But it was not accepted when I asked for the removal of my wife's name.
See, for that...
Because my passport is issued in the last year, February of this year only. See, but they had not accepted that thing.
You want to make the passport for your child,
yeah,
and you have the talaqnama.
Okay.
That is acceptable. If you had such problem, you can come and meet me in the passport office, main passport office.
Yeah, that your support was there when my passport was issued.
I'm always available right from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
Yeah. And I have 3 questions, sir. The second question is relating to police verification. It's very important for that. Police verification, when I inquire with the Bombay people, they say that it goes very smoothly. And when we go with the Virar in the Thane, they say that no, we have a different rule. So they say that you have to come when we call, or you have to stay at home. When we'll be coming, we don't know. There are lots of difference between the people there and here. And third thing about the time lag, you should conduct more camps so that, because my son is studying in Hyderabad and he comes for the 15 days. When I log in for the date appointment, I didn't get. Then again, it's postponed for the 3 months later. So these 2 things to address.
See, as for the police verification part, Mumbai, police, they have adopted a police verification model where the PP forms, the police verification papers are downloaded. The papers are downloaded by Passport Office. Then these are sent to the office of the Superintendent of Police Thane. From there to the respective police stations, and from respective police station to the residence of the applicant. So that is why it takes time. But police verification process is entirely the prerogative of police department. We can hardly do anything except that we can request them to adopt this DPHQ model in order to cut down the delays on reports. As for your son's application, who is studying in Hyderabad, yes, we have you can register his application for Nasik Passport Seva Kendra, where the appointments are easily available. Thane, of course, yes, it's taking more than 30 days time, but Nasik, it is within 1 week it is available.
I have a question for Sharma sir. I reside in Thane and I have an old passport and I've applied for reissue. The problem is that on the old passport, it being handwritten, the date was wrong, and my father's name was shortened. Like Sharat Chandra was shortened to Sharat. Now I have all the documents to prove the necessary thing, including my date of birth certificate. But I was told at the office that you will need to get a High Court order. The High Court is willing to, I went and tried to find out about that, but I was told that the High Court cannot issue an order. At the most, I can file for an affidavit. But the Passport Office is not willing to accept that. So what can one do in such cases? Because I have all the documents, but they are not willing to accept them.
Okay. You want to know if the date of birth which has been mentioned in your existing passport, this was, mentioned on the basis of some document? Is it a clerical error or a change in date of birth? Clerical error, sir. Can you just, prove that it was a clerical error?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can prove that because the document which I had submitted, I have the original of it with me.
No, you mean to say that when you obtained the passport, the date of birth was wrongly filled up in the passport application form?
Not in the application form. On the passport, instead of 49, it is come as 47.
See, in the passport, we just copied whatever information was filled up in the passport application form. So, it is possible that in the passport application itself, you had mentioned wrong date of birth.
No, that hasn't happened. It is a clerical error on the earlier passport. Because the document and the form has the right date.
If that is the thing, you can come and meet me in the passport office. We will look at the papers. If it is a clerical error, it can be rectified.
Thank you very much.
Madam Swati, this question is not for you, but this is just an observation. It's not a question. I am a frequent traveler internationally. By profession, I am a lawyer, and I represent top multinational companies in various countries. I asked for a 60-page passport, 60 pages. I paid for it. And when I reached the counter, he said, sorry, we are in short supply. You either accept 30 pages or don't accept. Just wanted to bring it to your attention. Finally, I met up with the regional passport officer, and he said, no, you will get your 60 pages. But this is not the way to interact. Okay? This is either you take your passport or you forget it, or you forfeit your money. Okay? Why is there a shortage? If Nasik is doing so well, why is there a shortage? Why India is, yeah.
See, we had some issues in the past where the Nasik press faced certain challenges. That period is over. I don't know which period you applied, but the jumbo booklets are plenty now. They are available.
So it was a short-term problem, or the booklets are available as well?
I got my 60 pages. Regional passport officer, economic person.
Yeah. Mr. Chakrabarty, related to your you have said that just you mentioned that mindset about the people, about the corruption. This is a fact because of people they are approaching, they are fed up. I am talking about Mr. Sharma was more transparent. He said that there is a shortage of staff. It is everyone is facing. There is every day it is problematic and police verification. I am a senior journalist and many people approach to me being I am a Human Rights Council member. I saw police is in Ghatkopar where I am staying. They said, okay, one Neta came. You are the influential person. He is the influential person. We know it. It is they clearly two days, within 2 days. Whereas my wife is a railway school teacher at Kalyan. She moved 3 months, police asked to wait. And then name in the passport printed, Deepa Sumitra Saha. My name is Soumitra, so husband name came Sumitra. She corrected after long effort. Then it is Deepa Soumitra Saha, S-H-A-H. Just think the harassment. And everyone is, she has not said that shortage of staff or our mistakes. She said 40% of the documents are incomplete. She never said that we have a lot of problems. So please, these are the very important things. You have to correct yourself. And thank you, Mr. Sharma. You said that shortage of staff. Every day, if we are moving to the early office, they said, हमारे पास आदमी नहीं है, लोग नहीं है, टाइम नहीं है, and तमीज़ से बात भी नहीं करते हैं बहुत सारे लोगों से. This is very, very important, madam. Please.
My question is to Dr. Swati ji. Now 4,000 applications are received under Right to Information Act at Bombay office. Now whether all these applications and the reply given by the PIOs, have they been put on the website of the Mumbai Passport Office?
See, it depends. Certain replies are automated replies, and certain emails which we receive, we always see the status and accordingly also we reply, because the certain cases are different. Some people might have some variations, some are adoptive parents and all those sorts of things. So the approach is different. Certain are automated replies and some are on case-to-case basis. Sorry? Website of the Passport Office is maintained at the central level. So the replies don't go to the central level.
Good evening. I wanted to check whether mine is a handwritten booklet. So I wanted to change it to the electronic one. So would it be a reissue?
Yes, it will be a reissue. Meaning, see, for every service we give a booklet nowadays, which is a fresh one. So you will have to have a machine readable, meaning that printed one instead of handwritten, but it will be reissued. It's a new booklet again.
Now the
address
is changed. So because it was 10-15 years before. So would there be a police verification again, or will I get a Tatkal passport first and the verification later?
Again, I told you, if the previous passport is done on a clear report, and if it is available in the system that it was done on the clear report, then there won't be a police verification. Or see, in our jargon we call it pre-police verification and post-police verification. So it will be decided there by our officer whether your category falls in that either pre or post, and accordingly it will be issued.
Okay. Now when we need just one. Now the only the papers which they say is required. Since Bombay we don't get water bill, we get society bills. So I've got that, and the telephone connection is in my brother's name. So will that do, or you all need telephone connection in the same name?
Again, I emphasize you go through our website. If you have a registered rental agreement and there are n number of other documents, water bill, telephone bill, electricity bill, so go have a look at it.
That is in the family name. Will that do?
Yeah. So you will have to see all those things.
There are 16 items which are there. It gives you a lot of flexibility of what you can bring. So go through the website www.passportindia.gov.in, look at those 16 items, and I'm sure you will have 3 out of the 16.
So is it compulsory to use the surname? Because all the I have the documents, PAN card and bank accounts without surname, but I have the passport which is because of address proof KYC. I have problem with the surname. This thing, is it possible that when I renew it, I can get the new passport without the surname?
See, it again depends. We will have to see all the documents, and then only it will be decided. Offhand, we cannot tell right now.
But is it compulsory to give the surname?
It isn't.
Because all in past KYC was not there, so all documents are, all assets are in without surname.
See, the case will be decided on merits, so it has to be seen in total.
So how do I mean, for new application, how do I apply?
It has to be online.
Go to the portal, online apply.
Ma'am, my name is Anand Swami. Right now, my passport is expiring on January 2015. Can you see, sir? Sorry, sir. My house has gone for redevelopment. In fact, the builder has given me a house at Villa Parle. Now, should I put that agreement and get my passport issued? Because after 2 years, again, I'm going to come back to the original place.
See,
so how should I go about? Or should I give both the addresses, which is under
it depends. If there is an option of present and permanent address. Present address is Mumbai, you can apply here, and if you choose to have that Ahmedabad address, then you can approach RPO Ahmedabad.
No, it's a present address is at Jogeshwari. Now
So
my new address is Villa Parle, with a rental house. Should I put both the addresses?
See, the way I told you, there are 2 columns there, present address, permanent address. You can put your present address and permanent address.
Permanent address is the one which is under construction.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Next.
I just want to just refer. It's a painless passport, it is written. But I thought I should not take a pain at all, because my wife's passport was applied on 16/4/2014, and I received the passport on 16/4/2013, and I received the passport on 26/11/2014. And of course, this all happened after giving a online complaint to your portal, then online complaint, written letter to your office, then again to the online complaint to the Ministry of Affairs on the PG portal. After so many efforts, we got I think those statistics should also be there, that the total number of applications done on this date and when you issued that passport. If it is there also on the presentation, it would be good. Now, other is that you have 3 lines, A line, B line and C line, all these matters. When we give the application at A line, you all check all the documents. Then it goes to the B line. Now at the B line, if you find a little small mistake, because when A are checking completely, in B line if you make a small mistake, if that means agar birth certificate Dombivli ka hai aur humne Dadar likha hoga, you charge 500 rupees as a penalty. Now when you are checking at the A line, I could correct before the B line, you should have told at the A line itself that there is a mistake. Because when you point it out at the A line, I don't have to pay the charge. When you are going in the B line, when I came to the C line, they saying that you have to pay the 500 rupees charge because the birth place is written in Dadar, whereas the certificate shows Dombivli. Now for these all small mistakes, if you are charging it, we definitely have there is an otherwise factor coming in our mind that you are taking advantage of it. I think this matter needs to be taken into consideration. Thank you very much.
Actually, it's a very good suggestion because see, at A counter we are looking at certain typological errors people do. So what we are doing is we are taking a signature of the applicant there, so that see from legal point of view suddenly he cannot say that it is my word against theirs. So if he signs and he writes whatever he has given is the correct information, then we are also fine with it. And it's not a hassle for applicants also. So we are in the process of implementing that, so that this B and C counters don't have to send it back again or have a penalty or whatever. Yeah.
So it's painless, no? It is frustrating part.
It's not rhyming, but even.
Secondly, point out is that because we watch many things, your local office was selling the item beyond MRP.
Beyond where?
Beyond MRP.
Beyond MRP.
So we stopped.
No, we have to have vigilant people like you, and your vigilance will complement our efforts. We are always open to ban the unlawful activities.
So how come this happened 1 year late?
1 year late?
Yes. Why did it take 1 year? 1 year to get the passport.
Maybe I don't have an exact answer for that, but I will have to go through the case.
Sir, one request is please next time fill up Dombivli when it is Dombivli, place of birth.
Hello, my name is Dharmesh. At the outset, I would want to thank you for the wonderful guidance. A slight doubt when I went through the website. Is the police verification procedure integrated when we make an online application? As in, does the regional passport office forwards the file to police station after application and generation of ARN? Because this confusion is because I've also found a separate head in the website which says other services, and there is a separate section called police clearance certificate. So is it integrated or is it separate? We have to fill in a separate form.
Yes, the passport application form is separate, police clearance certificate is separate. See, police clearance certificate, we call it PCC. It's requirement for certain countries, especially Kuwait and all, where you are going for a job and they require, in addition to passport, PCC as well. So that time then people will apply for PCC separately, but it is given immediately on the same day service if your passport is on a clear police report.
I mean, if I want to apply for a fresh passport,
yes,
I fill in the form for the online application,
yes,
and I have to also fill in a separate form for this police verification?
No. You will fill fresh application and then later on when you come for PCC, we will give immediately based on this fresh passport application.
Thank you.
I think it's becoming passport adalat now, huh?
My name is Bapu Malcolm. You must have noticed that a lot of problems occur with the police verification. My father in 54 got the passport in 2 days. In 92, I got it in 2 days. I have no problem. My wife applied for a passport 2 years ago. She got it normally, quite okay. Went abroad, came back. Going to Ceylon about 2 months back. She receives a letter the day before. The letter is received 55 days after it was signed, saying that your passport is not valid or some jargon. So we had to go to the passport office in the morning. She was to leave in the evening. A lot of hassles. I mean, why does this happen? And then we have police verifications. The police come home, they call us. It's always, I mean, there's a saying that the good is oft interred with their bones, the evil lives on after them. No matter how well you do your job, if the cops harass us, and a month back a cop came to our place and sat there for 1 hour. Finally he tells me that, remember, I had met you in a passport case in a court, and then I remembered and I told him, I said, yes, you fellows wanted 3 lakhs of rupees, which I did not pay. I am not going to pay you 3 rupees also now. And I took him to the door. I mean, this is the sort of thing the public, I don't understand why we have to go through all this. It is for you people to make sure that the police do not harass us. They say you have not mentioned the floor, you have not mentioned the room number. Your form does not have it. Last week the High Court has specifically said that if you don't ask for information, we are not bound to give it.
Good evening, sir. My name is Deep. I wanted to ask, my sister got married and her passport is due to expire. So do I need to apply together her new name and the validity, or I have to apply it separately? And she has a US visa. Will that visa continue or will it lapse?
See, when the married yeah, so when they get married, then people approach us for addition of spouse name also and change in name. So there is a proper procedure for that. And
so
when
it should be separately done because of passport is getting expired.
That's fine. So anyway, you will have approached us, even if it's expiring, you can approach now also.
Hello.
And the visa will remain valid. We cancel the passport, but we put a stamp that visas will remain valid.
Okay. Thank you.
And the old passport will be given back to your sister, and in which whenever she travels to US, she will show the visa from that old passport, which she has to also carry with the new passport.
Good evening, ma'am. This is regarding what the other gentleman said about the, booklet.
Jumbo booklet.
Yeah, jumbo booklets. I just wanted to request you, sir, that can, just like other British, documents which we have, the travel document, can't we have little more than 64 pages of this, passport document? Because invariably, being an airline staff, what happens? There are plenty of visas, and at the same time, the immigration and the customs use up almost 2-3 pages at a time on arrival and departure. So, the 64 pages booklet also doesn't last you long. And the 10 years validity, finishes so can't we have a little more validity and more, a jumbo size passport? Thank you.
See, next step is e-passport. With thanks to TCS, we will do that also in future.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I want to know that with the validity of 20 years passport, we can't visit European countries like Switzerland, Amsterdam, because they issue 10 years validity passport.
See, anyway, now we also have 10 years validity. So if you have got a 20-year validity passport, that must be handwritten. So you have to convert it to machine readable anyway.
That is compulsory.
Compulsory. You won't
Because
get
I have to cancel that tour, Switzerland tour. And on that 20 years validity passport, I have visited 10-12 countries.
Okay.
Why they don't allow?
No, the point is the international requirement is to have a machine readable one.
Okay.
So then you will get easy visas.
Hello. Two things. One, my passport has expired 2 years back. So will it go in reissue or new passport?
Within 3 years, it's a reissue.
It's a reissue. Yeah. And I stay at Mira Road. Still, can I approach Mumbai service center, or I'll have to go to Thane service center only?
Mira Road is Mumbai.
Mira Road is Thane.
So I have to visit Thane only?
No, you'll have to register the application against Thane Passport Office. You can select any of the locations at Thane or Nasik.
Thane or Nasik. I cannot use Mumbai?
No.
Thank you.
Last two questions.
Hello everybody. Thanks to Moneylife for organizing this wonderful session. I have a couple of observations and maybe just one query. First is that I started connecting with Moneylife because of my wife's passport issue, because I started reading about the Pune case, and a friend of mine actually told me about Moneylife following up on the passport issue cases. And from that point onwards, in fact, I had written to Moneylife and they guided me to certain articles on the that they were doing on the passport issue case. So from that point onwards, the reason I got linked with Moneylife was because I had applied for my wife's passport, and I think most of these cases are happening with wife's passports only, that the application I started in December 2012. After multiple tries, like, there is a 3 p.m. window and I couldn't get the initial appointments. Finally, I got a date on December 12. On the appointed day, there were certain documentation issues. So they said you have to get some affidavits and things like that. I then approached with the documents in May 2013. Like at that point, you said that part is a breeze. So with the correct documents, everything is a breeze. The gap that came up was after that. That day they took all the documents and they said that you will be getting the passport within a month's time. Now I will cut the story short, and from May 2013, October 2013, I started following up about the passport. What is the status? I went to the Goregaon. I am basically a resident in Goregaon. So I went to the Malad police station, which is where the Malad PSK, which is where I started the process. And they said that they don't have any documentation about my wife's passport. They asked me to approach the Goregaon police station. Now the address that I have is Goregaon Mulund Link Road. I call up then they give me a number on the police verifications. There's a 1098 or some number which I had to call. And those people told me that it's with the Goregaon police station. Goregaon police station didn't have that information. They asked me to talk to the Mulund police station because the address was Goregaon Mulund Link Road, so maybe the passport got directed there. Now at the end of the day, I kept running around. This was about October 13. After that, I went back to the Malad police station again. They asked me to go to the CID office at Fort. From the CID office, they told me, why have you come so late? What were you doing so many days? Why were you not following up earlier? Then they gave me the letter from their side and they asked me to deposit at the Malad police station. The Malad police station guy, the next day they came, the police verification went through, but the passport got delivered in July 2014. Now here there was one big gap that I thought maybe should have been covered, that the police team should also be a part of this seminar so that we could have addressed our issues with them, and that could have probably covered some gap there. Because this workflow process, I am from the technology background, so I understand the workflow that TCS has designed, and I can also understand that at some points in time people take advantage of this workflow process, saying that this is how the process is defined and so we can't do anything beyond this. So that's one point which I wanted to bring out, that that gap needs to be filled. The police verification aspect needs to be either handled by the passport office, that they, like you are doing your best to the DPHQ model that you are talking about. I hope that gets realized pretty soon and all of us have really a hassle-free process in the police verification. That's one point. And one point I said, I just wanted to address it to Mr. Chakrabarty. So the passport PSKs, are the staff a part of TCS or are they subcontracted by TCS? Because if we are talking about motivated workforce, I see people there taking money for pushing people's cases ahead. So what's the scenario here?
The Passport Seva Kendras are an extension of the MEA passport offices. It is jointly staffed by TCS people in the front office and MEA people in the B and C sections of the, as they said, B and C counters. And I don't think, you are making some statements, but I don't want to react to those statements. The general experience has been overall good, and our endeavor is to go from good to great. That's the roadmap we are going to follow. So it's an unfortunate incident in your instance that you've had to run around like this for your wife's passport, because you are probably staying at a cusp between two police stations, as I understood it, perhaps superficially. And you are caught in a kind of a crossfire between no man's land, which very often happens in police jurisdiction parlance. You know, very often in Delhi, where I stay, there is a murder and then two police stations are debating whose jurisdiction it is. So we have to sort out some of these bigger things in India, and I'm sure we will go there. We will reach there.
One last short question to the media.
Madam, it is a direct question to you. That time it was my suggestion. This question is, recently, Mr. Sushma Swaraj, we had posted at Shastri Bhavan, at PIB press conference. Have you got any notification or any resolution from the government that Aadhaar to be connected with these things, because of this police verification, it will be easy?
See, the thinking is going on how to make Aadhaar
because she said that it will be done very soon, but so far not. So that is why have you?
My information is what you have. So let us see how it evolves.
With this, we bring the session to an end. Thank you very much.